Bidder on guardrails. This is paper turn here. We had one bid on crushed stone delivered, picked up and all that with Rogers Group. Our corrugated steel pipe, we had one bid, which is Contact. I've done business with them for years. They do a good job. And I believe that winds up the bids that we have. Don't it, Justin?
Looks like it, yep.
Yeah. So I make a motion that we award all these bids to the ones that I recommended, okay? And in the paving business, I always try to go with the cheapest unless the situation winds up emergency and I have to go with the other, which would be Rogers Group.
Justin, you got that yet?
Yeah, let's see, we're gonna go with the sole bidder on each project with the
Yeah.
exception of hot mixes, where we're gonna leave both of them.
Right.
Both of them open. Did I hear a second?
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Wallace. Any questions about the highway bids we're gonna award? If nobody has any questions, all those in favor of awarding the bid, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously. We'll move on to Mr. Swallows, award the dish machine bid.
Yes, so we've got one dish machine at Hickory Creek Elementary. Submitted those or put that out for bid. We had 4 bidders, and one was actually disqualified because it was the wrong model. But regardless, mobile fixture is coming in as the low bid for $56,300, and that's what we're recommending to purchase from there for $56,300. I'll make the motion we approve.
Second.
Got a motion, Mr. Swallows, got a second, Mr. Rubley. Anybody got any questions about the bid?
Have you dealt with them before?
I can't tell you whether we have or not, to be 100% honest with you. But in talking to our food service person, she had no concerns about it. And the low bid was what she recommended.
All right. Any more questions? Being none, all those in favor of approving the bid recommendation, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. Now we'll move on to approve capturing kids' hearts agreement for Warren County Schools.
Yeah, so that's us again. This is for a professional development for teachers at West Elementary. This is through a special ed grant. It's coming straight through and will not cost the county anything or out of our budget. So it's grant funded. It's been something we've done several years in Warren County, and it's good for our teachers to be at West. And I'll make a motion we approve the agreement.
Second, Mr. Glenn. Any questions about awarding the bid to capturing kids' hearts agreement? Being none, all those in favor of approving the bid, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. We'll move down to number 6, discuss Spyglass.
All right, so we've been approached by Spyglass. We did business with them a few years ago. They do telecom audits, so they'll review our last 2 months bills for internet, phones, etc. And they'll find any place where we may be being overcharged, maybe overpaying, for paying taxes when we shouldn't be. I just bringing this here because if we move forward with it, the way they get paid is they get half of any rebates they find, and then 12 months annualized savings for any changes we accept. So that could put us, we're halfway through the year. If they find some sort of big savings, it could throw us over budget in the line because they want half of it up front. So I just want to make sure that if anybody's, we don't want to do that, then I will tell them, thanks, call us back later, we'll move on. But if it's something we want to do, then I'll proceed. And then I also need to ask, the school system wants to participate as well. We did the last time and there was not a lot of action taken, so I don't know if y'all want to participate or not.
What's the wishes of the committee?
Have we ever done this before?
We have. Once before.
How did it go?
It went pretty good. We found several phone lines that were we were paying for 6 or 7 phone lines. We're only using 4, something like that. We had a couple dead phones in some places. Generally, that's the kind of stuff they found.
Was it cost savings?
Yeah.
What we had to pay
Yeah.
out? What was it?
Yeah, because they only get paid. They get paid half of what they find. So there's no way that we lose money on this.
just my understanding, if they have a finding and we take no action, they still don't get
They
paid.
still don't get paid yet. If they find something and we're like, no, we like that process, even though you think it's over too expensive, we want to keep it, they still don't get paid. So theirs is purely on the savings that we reap, so they get half of the savings we get.
So that's all they receive.
Yep.
Barrett approached us.
Yeah, it was the exact same scenario, just different, they were doing revenues instead of expenses.
The only con is the fact that we may have to do some budget.
Yeah,
amendments
there's
if
a
they find
possibility
something
we do a
still-
budget amendment to
I think it's.
cover
still
that.
costs something. Yes, no, we can't lose. Make a motion that we accept this and use this Spyglass.
We have a motion, Mr. Ruby, a second, Mr. Taylor. Any more questions about the Spyglass? Being none, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Passes unanimously. All right, guess I'll let you handle one.
All right, this is a fun one. I've discussed this just a little bit, but I'll let him take it forward. Everybody's gonna really enjoy this one.
We're on GP6. So state instituted the hybrid form of TCRS back in 2014. And then we rolled it out. It was rocking and rolling. And then 2024 comes around. They mysteriously found that there's errors occurred in the last 10 years. And now they say we owe them a whole bunch of money. This only applies to the school system because the county has never elected to join the hybrid program. The schools did not have a choice because teachers had to follow it. So they can't point to who did the problem wrong, but we had people who were signed up incorrectly, and this funding is to cover missed contributions that the state found 10 years later. So I don't know how Grant feels about it, but it feels to me like the state's not actually checking what we're keying, giving us any feedback. So they waited 10 years. I think they got written up for something. They didn't say that, but then they've come back and said, hey, here's some stuff. And they tried to charge us more than this, but we found several errors in what they were trying to charge us. But
Started at 150,000.
Yeah.
And to go on record, he is not too good about it.
That's through their audit. But the problem-
TCRS audited this
Exactly,
year
yeah.
and found that out. And as I told Scott before, it's never, they call and they owe us $150,000. It's always the other way
So
around.
basically what you're saying is we don't really have an option.
no,
I mean, as we were discussing, we could call some school
You
employees.
did
and say,
find
"Hey,
that
you
these
owe us."
things happen though, right?
It's like-
yeah, I mean, it was
What
people
about-
who were signed up as classified who should have been signed up as certified, or they were signed up as legacy employees and they should have been hybrid employees. So there's some sort of delay in when they got started. Some of it's not that they were in there wrong the whole time. It's just some of them were in there wrong for 6 or 8 months. They got fixed, and they're back billing us for the 6 months because the employees who are on hybrid are required to pay 2% of their wages to their 401k, and some of that was missed.
You can opt out of it. The problem is if you don't opt out, you're auto enrolled.
Yeah.
And so when that wasn't keyed in, we had people that were enrolled, but it was not coming out of their check.
Yeah.
So basically TCRS says we owe them for that. And I mean, there's people, I mean,
Even though they
you go
collected
back-
the funds.
you go back to like Justin said, I mean, I've seen the list. There's unfortunately some people on the list that are no longer living. I mean, so I mean, we don't really have, we can't go collect,
Yeah.
you know, so it's one of those things that
It's
It's a-
10 years.
it's a mess, but at the same time,
And there's no limit on how far they can go back.
Well, they didn't start until 2014. So they went back all the way to the beginning.
so this would finish it.
Yeah.
Because we'll have it corrected
Yeah.
going forward.
Forward,
And
where,
this
where does the funds come from?
will be our GP fund balance. And that's basically what you're approving is it's a budget amendment to take it from fund balance so that we can move it
So that's basically
into.
what we're saying is the money wasn't taken out of their account, but we're gonna have to.
So this money goes back to the multiple
Employees.
people.
They go to people, go to TCRS.
It'll go to TCRS to cover it.
Employees gonna get paid double from the county.
Whatever- whatever the
The employees won't even know it, most
I know.
likely.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna still.
It goes to their state retirement.
That's right.
taxes.
That's exactly right.
Motion from Commissioner Savage to approve this,
So,
second from Commissioner Bolden. Anyone want to speak to the motion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Deputy Bell,
All right, I've got the same budget amendment from financial management.
motion approved.
A motion by Mr. Rubley, Second by Mr. Ellis. Any questions? Being no questions, all those in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. What we got next?
Yeah. You go ahead.
Yeah, I can. This is 25-26-15, and this is for Myra's office. We actually appropriated funds to allow them to purchase their copiers rather than lease, and Myra is interested in buying a little bit larger copier. Justin and I were discussing this. Cassie's actually got like 4 copiers in her office, and Myra's only got 1, and it's got a pretty good workload. And she is going to be wanting to take the 1678 out of her restricted funds. So she's asking us to add another 1678.26 to buy a little bit larger copier.
Motion.
Motion from Mr. Savage, second from Mr. Taylor. Anyone want to speak to that motion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, everybody on financial management's heard the budget amendments.
So moved.
You got a motion, Mr. Glenn, do I hear a second? That's second, Mr. Taylor. Any questions about the amendment? Being none, all those in favor of approving the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. Mr. Ridley.
Okay, Justin, just go under other.
Yeah, this will be other budget meeting.
Okay. So my understanding, Justin, this is basically just an addition to some existing money that they
Yes,
received.
this is a state program called Toledo Recruitment and Retention Program, where if sheriff's deputies stay here for a certain amount of time, they get a bonus from the state. State sends us the money, then we pay it to the employees. When we started the year, we expected $21,500 in bonuses to come out. They have now, they're getting ready to send their invoice to the state, so the state can pay us, so then we can pay the employees, and that number has jumped up to $31,000. So we're at $9,500. Also, since we set the budget, we have found out that the employees are not supposed to pay retirement on these state retention bonuses, so that's why we are taking money out of pensions, so that way the employee actually sees more of that money. So the way it works is they send us, let's say that somebody qualifies for $5,000. The state sends us $5,000. We take the full 15.3% Social Security Medicare out of that $5,000. The employee takes on the rest. So the reason we don't pay retirement is because then unless the county was going to lose money, we would also have to take their 18% retirement out of that money as well. So they'll get credit on the retirement later, but we also they'll pay it now. So that's why we're taking money out of pensions. So then we're just adding the $9,500 and then pulling the $2,700 out of pensions, so that way the employees get what they're owed.
All right, everybody understand that? Motion. Motion, Commissioner Savage. Is there a second? Second, Commissioner Bowles. All right, anyone want to speak to the motion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, we've got the same budget amendment from the financial management.
Motion approved.
Got a motion by Mr. Swallows. Here a second.
I'll say it.
Got a second, Mr. Molina. Any questions about the amendment? Being none, all those in favor of approving the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously. That's all your budget amendments, ain't it?
That's it, that's all budget amendments.
That's all. Now I think we're down to surplus property. What else got here?
Hey, surplus, yeah. We're just, we've got some things that need to go on, gov deals. Couple computers, we do have a couple of buses that are end of life that need to go, also be sold on gov deal. And a copier. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve and put the surplus from the schools on gov deals.
Second.
And a second, Mr. Ridley. Any questions about the surplus equipment?
Just wanted to make sure Mr. Golden had something to look at.
We'll leave him out this time.
Good job. Thank you.
All right. If there's nothing else, all those in favor of approving surplus property, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, passes unanimously. Do we have any comment from the public?
I was gonna ask Levy, when you were talking earlier about the paving between the two companies, are you seeing a decrease yet on asphalt materials?
No,
No.
Still up behind,
on the-
holding its own.
Mhm.
That's it.
Anything else? All right, we'll move on to discuss any other business may come before this committee.
I included a copy of mine before that we discussed a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right, months ago.
That page.
Yeah, the last page. So, it's been about 6 weeks since we did one, and I've got 9. Most of them are, we didn't know that something was gonna happen. One of them's been discussed ad nauseam here, so, but the majority of the rest of them were, we ordered
Not sure which one that is.
there's 2 or 3 of them where we ordered a repair, and we were just going off an estimate. Repairs were way worse than expected, so we went over the PO in that one. So, for the most part, they were small, and there was a couple where it was timing, where we ordered something, when we sent a PO in, we didn't wait on the PO to come back. But nothing.
I'll give you an example of one. We pulled a PO for fixing an AC unit at a school. It was an emergency repair, but it ended up being more than what we pulled the PO for. So
Yeah.
that's what's-
Yes, I think.
Things like that can happen all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and those are not a super big deal. It's just that, they're a violation, so here they are, but, I mean, they're not gonna happen very often. I mean, you gotta fix it. County had one just like that.
The other important thing is that you have the money in the budget.
Oh, yeah, budgets were still there. We did not exceed budget on either of those.
Anybody else have any more discussion? Anything else needs to come before the committee?
Chairman, I make a motion to adjourn.
All right, got a motion, Mr. Taylor.
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Wallace. All in favor of adjourning financial matters, say aye.
Aye.